Now, hello everyone and welcome to New Horizon Racing League Season 3, and we are here in round 2, Bahrain, and obviously night race, and don't expect any rain. If we do get any rain, oh dear God, where did that come from? I'm the host, Game of Things, and as always I'm joined by Connor.
Yeah, hello. Really looking forward to this race. Bahrain for us has always been pretty action-packed, and in terms of the rain, it's going to be dry through quali and race, so no need for the wets or winters this time round.
Yes.
Yeah, Bahrain is personally one of my favourite tracks. Been here earlier in the year when I visited on holiday, and yeah, I can't wait to see the racing that we get.
Yeah, if anyone's noticed, someone's joining at the bottom. He is a racer for this race, but he accidentally went into spectator mode just before he readied up. So he probably left to rejoin so he could race. But obviously he can't take part in qualifying now.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but I've seen it before with this game that anyone who does miss quali, they when they rejoin the session, Park Ferme always seems to be turned off, no matter even if we turn it on.
Yeah,
so even if they do start at the back,
they'll still get their setup.
Yeah, that's if they have a setup.
Yeah.
Do you know what car it was? I don't know if you saw whose gamer tag is in the spectator mode.
I've never seen the guy before. I don't know.
He probably is one of the McLarens then. In that case,
there are two McLarens.
But I don't know. I'll look it up as soon as I get back to the garage. Oh my God! I've just spammed. Sorry.
I think it actually might have been a Renault, because they haven't got a Renault here.
Oh yeah, no, it was one of the McLarens. No, yeah, it was the Renault. Sorry. He should have more than one invite, so yeah, it was starting last.
Well, he's back in. So. Yeah, there you go. He is acknowledged.
Yeah, it's good.
What's the yellow flags for? I think that's just for people going slowly, isn't it?
There's some people running wide through sectors 2 and 3.
That's fair enough. So everyone's going quite interested by a strategy. We've got a mix up between 3 tyres right now, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, it's I guess degradation is going to be similar to Australia because it's the same race distance as Australia, 29 laps, and depending on how much chaos there is at the start, you never know, it might actually work out in some people's favour. I hope there's not too much problems at the back, because it was brought to my attention earlier that there was more overly aggressive driving than I initially thought through Australia, so guys toward the back of the grid, please behave yourselves.
Yes, I'm looking at lap times at the moment. Oh, that, do you know that corner? I forgot the corner's name, but you know which one I'm on about. Probably at the sector 3 mark. Oh,
I believe it's turn 10. No, not turn 10, that's the downhill one. Sorry, it is. I know which one you mean. Just say like that corner or something, because we'll know what you're on about.
Yeah. Well, pretty much. Flying Magic Mushroom. He kind of had a little moment in it. Yeah, which obviously caused him to give up his lap time. He's back in the pits now.
Yep.
Yeah, but yellow flag. Someone's a tyre. Stringy. Did he crash?
I believe he has. Hang on, I'm going past him now. Oh my God, how the hell has he done that? He's in the barrier before turn 4.
How did he do that?
That's a strange one. I'd love to know how he's done that.
Maybe it's one of them moments as a driver where you stop paying attention to the road for a moment and you end up listing to the left, and you probably list too much and hit the wall.
Yeah, if it's gone for a little bit of an aerodynamically unstable setup, the car does weave a bit in a straight line. If you've got an oversteer set up for the high-speed corners,
Okay.
it's easy to lose the back end, but where he's crashed, it's actually in the braking zone, so I really don't understand what he's done at all.
Well, he'll probably message on the chat, or maybe we'll message him after. But it's going to be an interesting story to find out.
Yep, and fingers crossed. We saw him in Australia doing some pretty decent racing against myself and a couple of other drivers, so fingers crossed there's going to be a show at the back. And I'm aware that the new Renault driver we've got coming, apparently he's pretty rapid, so if he's starting from the back of the grid, racing's probably going to be better than Australia, if I'm brutally honest.
Well, we got the same amount of people as Australia, so it's fine.
Yeah, and like I said, we were expecting new drivers to come in, and we have the new drivers. Well, minus one. I'm going to have words with him tomorrow. I'm just trying to think. We've got two guys. Yeah, two. Blazed isn't here because of a family reason. Basically, he can't get to his PS4 right now, but he will be back next week. TJ in the Racing Point is not here, so we're actually 5 drivers down. I'd love it if everyone can still keep turning up, because fingers crossed one day we can all get on the grid together and have maybe an 18-car grid. I think we've got 12 on track plus the guy 13. What's 13 plus 5? Because that's how many drivers we're expecting.
I think that's 18.
Yeah, about 18. Yeah, that's how many drivers we've got registered. Yeah, hope they turn up at some point.
Well, I hope that if we do get 8 to 18 cars on the grid, I hope it's either at Britain or at Spa.
Well, I'm actually hoping by that point we have 20 drivers, because a lot of the guys here, like, we're all kind of mates with each other. We all know people, so we might be able to help each other out at some point.
Okay, now
with China next week, so yeah, and then we've got back in this. So
I just had a problem with my recording there for a moment, but it's fixed. It's back on now.
All good.
Yeah, it's all good, don't worry about it. Now, can I just give a shout out here to someone on the grid right now? Yeah? Well, 2 people now, actually. Leroy and King David, yeah? They are currently first and second, yeah? Separated by 1/1000th of a second. Yeah? And they're both on the hard tyres.
I really need to see what sort of my car's set up. I don't understand why it's behaving the way it is.
And Fly Magic Mushroom goes quickest to 1:28.3 on the red tyres.
Yeah, my time's just slow. I'm doing my high fuel runs so I can get used to the car at the race start, and I think some of these guys are going to have a bit of a shocker coming into turn 1 with heavy fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it is. I'll make this my last lap, and then I'm going to take the sandbags out, and then I'm going to actually go for a run.
Fair enough. Now, here's the thing. Yeah. From what I'm seeing at the moment, this race might well as be again Leroy versus King David again, like it was in Australia.
Don't write off Fishers or the new guy in the Renault, as if they're as quick as they say they are. And for Magic Mushroom, yeah, it was absolutely rapid in the first Silverstone test. He didn't turn up to the second test in Spain, but I can't believe how fast he is.
Well, Fly Magic Mushroom is currently in first, but that's on a much softer tyres to Leroy and King David.
Expect him to be up there though. Don't write him off for a podium.
True. I mean,
five-way fight for the win here.
True. I mean, this is qualifying and whatnot, but the race is a completely different story.
True.
Now, here's the thing. I know someone who will want to do them at well this race, but his reputation might be his downfall here.
You're not picking on Collins, are you? No, seriously, Collins is actually not that bad around here. I did some practice with him almost a month ago around here.
Yeah, I mean, he did win last season here, so he wants to do well. Whoa! Yeah, there's a Ferrari spinning. Yeah, Leroy went spinning in sector 2.
Yeah, I need to.
And he's disqualified from the session from going the wrong way.
Wait, who? Leroy's disqualified?
Yeah,
I've just talked to him.
Yeah.
Naughty boy.
However, he shouldn't have been disqualified. He pretty much span off the road, yeah. But since he was like reversing to like get back straight, the game thought he was going the wrong way, so it kind of bumped him.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think even if he was facing the right way, well, still the wrong way, but if you're facing the wrong way to a track, you've still got to go forwards to turn your car around, so that's really unfortunate.
True, and since he's disqualified, he's going to have to start from the back.
Oh yeah, would he be starting behind the new Renault driver? Because the new Renault driver would be, even though he's in spectate, but would that not count as a disqualification? Or either way, I think the back row is now sorted.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if you're saying that this Renault is as fast as we could have a good fight between them, Lee and him.
I hope so.
Meanwhile, it's actually quite interesting to see not deranged, just a Williams in general in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, well, deranged. He has fun. He doesn't really mind too much what happens to him in races. He turns up, has fun, tries to score points if he can. Yeah, as long as he keeps it clean, that's how you end up with points at the end of the day.
Same with the actual one, Williams. I mean, we don't see much from the Williams in real life F1 this season because they're so slow. Yeah. But to be fair, they never make a mistake, the Williams.
Yeah, the car's pretty reliable, so if he's going off any kind of true Williams tradition, he should be finishing every race, and well, he might have a few minor accidents. And I was speaking to him earlier. His crash in Australia wasn't actually his fault. I believe he either collected someone or someone collected him, and that was the end of his race.
Fair enough. Can I just clear something up here?
Go for it.
There's a Force India feared by gaming. Is that just Blazed by Gaming, but he's just changed his name?
Nope. That's
a very different person.
Yeah, it's a small clan of people that have a similar gamer tag. Yeah, he's friends with Blazed.
Fair enough. I just thought I'd make that clear.
I don't believe as quick though. Yeah, I believe he'll be scrapping with the guys around 8th place.
I'm watching Magic here, and I feel like that's good. Oh, he's just gone massively wide, so he's gonna have to abort that lap. Feared by Gaming is going into the pits. Deranged is... he's actually on something right now.
On something?
You know what I mean. I'm gonna follow him, see if his lap times.
Oh, come on. I don't know what the hell's up with my car. It feels like... I don't know. It's like a brick through corners.
I'm going to keep an eye on this, Deranged in the first sector was nearly 2/10 faster than Magic.
Right. If you want to ride on board with me, you can do, because I'm only doing a 1 lap run, and then that'll be my qualifying over.
Oh, Collins has retired. I don't know if he's crashed or not. I think he just retired in the pits. Are you on a fire?
Don't know. Oh, that's a bit of a shaky line.
Good timing by my camera, Jesus Christ. Derange has obviously spanned it in that corner.
That corner.
Yeah. But to be fair, it was a shame because he was still 2/10 off at the end of the second sector.
Yep. Oh, I messed that up.
Oh, don't get invalidated.
No, it's not invalidated. But I've lost about 4/10 doing that.
Well, to be fair, for some reason it said that in the first sector you were 6/10 quicker.
Yeah, I am.
Oh my god. Keep it.
Purple, you joking?
8/10 quicker.
Right, it's annoying. I ain't gonna have time to do another lap.
Yes, you are.
No, I can start one, but I ain't going to fuel in the car.
Oh, okay. And you go. This should be first if your timing's right. No, only
5th.
How much time did you lose?
Probably half a second. Maybe 6/10.
Well,
so I'm going to be a little bit out of position.
Yeah, I'm looking at King David right now. He's currently jostling positions with Force India, which he does let pass, so that's fine.
Force India, stop it!
Did I say Force India again?
Yeah, you said it twice now. It's a racing point.
Blast. I'm gonna watch King David now. Let's follow him for that because he's just started his lap and he is on softer tyres. Not the soft tyres, but the yellow marks in mediums.
Yeah, I think the mediums to the hards is going to be the best strategy.
Oh, that is dodgy!
If you're not planning on a safety car.
I think at the end of Sector 1, King was kind of compromised a little bit by the racing point.
Oh, I've just run out of fuel.
Meanwhile, his teammate is currently doing actually quite good. So the checkered flag is out.
18 minutes gone by already. I'm not gonna lie, that felt pretty quick.
What's King David on? Even though he was held up, he is still quicker by 2/10 of a second. Magic's done. He's retired. Can King David get to the first row, or can he get pole position? If he keeps it clean, he might. He's gonna make sure you nail this corner again. Good drive out the last corner. Has he? Oh yes, he has. He's gonna go pole position. Bam! We're on 27.8. Where his teammate goes up to 7th. There's waiting now one more person. We're waiting for one more person, Morris, to go around and complete his lap time. Flying here, the Red Bull, and where's he going to go? Where's he going to place the car? He's gone second! Oh, he's gone second!
I'm not worried who's in bloody 4th.
Why, who's in 4th? Oh no. But look, he's mixed up his strategy.
What is this grid?
So King David is on pole position on the medium compound tyres. Well, this is a mixed up grid, isn't it?
Yeah. Starting pretty much in the mid-pack.
You pretty much are
really
middle.
hope we're going to have a great race.
Well, regardless, I think it might be good. This is qualifying. We'll join you back in the race.